What? Stop playing with my team, man. What's good, y'all? What's good, Real Talk Squad? This is Miles, and you're listening to Real Talk with Miles Johnson, where you know I always keep it real. Let's get right into it, man. I've been a real fan, bro. I've been a real fan. It's not, no, I'm just hopping on the bandwagon. I seen James Harden had a good game, and now I'm hopping on the bandwagon. Well, I will say this. Before I start the episode, I apologize, James Harden. I was on record saying that I don't trust James Harden because I don't think that he's dependable in the playoffs. And ultimately, not trusting him will be the reason why the Sixers won't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. He shut me up yesterday. 45 points, go ahead 3, down 1. He flat out balled out. So I will say this to James Harden. I apologize. Now, you did say that, what you say? So James Harden went post-game interview. He said, y'all want that Houston James Harden, but when I was putting up 40 and 50, you was like, that's not winning basketball. But then now when I'm putting up 20 points and 11 assists, now y'all want to be like, go back to the old James Harden. No. When the Sixers traded for you, James Harden, I'm talking right to you, they did not want the James Harden of Houston that's putting up 40-something points on 20-plus shots a game. No. We want you to have 20 and 10, but when you're needed, like you were in Game 1 yesterday, is to go ahead and show that you can go back in time and you can put up that 40-piece. We don't need that 40-piece every single game. That's the difference, bro. Is we're not asking you to put up 40 points, 35 points every single game like you were in Houston. We're saying, all right, have some 25 and 10 games. But when Embiid is out or when we need somebody to step up and be that superstar, it's you that puts up 45 points, carries the team on his back, and shows us who the heck he is. That's what we want to see. That's what Philly traded for. Philly did not trade for the Houston James Harden. Philly traded for the Harden that can not only give you 10 assists, 12 assists, but can go ahead and drop 40, 45 on a given night when he is asked to. That's the key thing, when he is asked to. And in Game 1, he said, I have to be more aggressive. And he did exactly just that. If James Harden has that dog in him, like he did yesterday, you saw at the end of the game what happened. What'd he say? It's just one game. Like, stop congratulating me. Like, go back. Like, he actually did not even want to get an interview at the end of the game. He did not. He was walking back to the locker room, and then the PR guy was like, Harden, I mean, you did have 45 points to go ahead 3 to win the game. You need an interview. But ultimately, he's locked in. There's been some talk about, is he going to go to Houston? Look, if I'm James Harden, I sacrificed too much money to go ahead and go back to Houston. If I'm going back to Houston, I might as well should have just stayed there the whole time and got like a super duper max deal. It makes no sense. So I never believed that hype about him going to Houston. But James Harden, you sacrificed all that money in the offseason for this moment. And up to right now, you are capitalizing, maximizing the opportunity, the moment that is presented in front of you. Shout out Tyrese Maxey. I don't care how young this kid is. He's a dog, and I want him on my team rather than playing against him on the other side. Tobias Harris, 18 points. You know, what I will say is Jason Tatum and all of them, they'll get to their spots. You can't be fouling though, bro. You can't be fouling though. Can't be fouling, bro. Can't be fouling. So I need some good defense, which you did have for some of the game. But, bro, I need some more locked-in defense from you, bro. Some more locked-in defense. I love – this is why you bring on a guy in P.J. Tucker. P.J. Tucker had 0 points, but his presence was felt. P.J. Tucker is another guy that I don't want to play against him, but I damn sure want him on my team. That's a fact. That's a fact. DeAnthony Melton, what a pickup. What a pickup. What a pickup in the offseason for Daryl Morey to go get DeAnthony Melton from the Grizzlies. 5 threes. He was the difference on the bench. Because let's be honest, the Sixers bench is non-existent. They don't play anybody. They play 3 guys off the bench. 3 guys. Aside from DeAnthony Melton, George Niang had 3 points. So DeAnthony Melton by himself basically had all the points on the bench for the Sixers. So that's the one thing that, you know, alarms me a little bit. If I can get more production, and obviously, I mean, look, Doc Rivers didn't even play more than 3 guys off the bench, right? So that's a telltale right there. But I would like to see, you know, more play from our bench because we know that Jason Tatum is going to give you 30 points at drop of a hat. You know that Jaylen Brown is going to give you 25 points plus from a drop of a hat, right? You know that Marcus Smart is going to have great defense, facilitate all that. You know that Malcolm Brogdon is going to end up getting his off the bench. So we're going to need somebody else to step up and cancel out the points that Malcolm Brogdon makes to, you know, put the onus on the starters to just outscore their starters. But watching this game, seeing the Sixers beat the Celtics without Joel Embiid, what this shows me, what this tells me, put Embiid in for Game 3, and the Sixers will win in Game 6. The Sixers will win in 6 games. Bet that. Book that. Lock that. 100%. There's nobody on the Celtics that I'm looking at and saying you can deal with Embiid. So if you put Embiid back in there, what's going to happen? Embiid is going to feast. He's going to have 30-plus points. Only thing I ask for James Harden is to keep being aggressive. Because, yes, if Embiid gets put in the game, gets put back in Game 3 in the series, we still need you to be aggressive. That whole 17 points and 8 assists that you was putting up in the Brooklyn Nets series, we don't need that. What we need is 25 and 12. It's 28 and 10. I'm not asking you to put up 40 points every night like you was in Houston. But look, mix it up. Again, like, 27 and 12. Like, you feel me, bro? I need that scoring to be, to keep that up. And the assists going to keep going because you have a guy in Joel Embiid. That pick and roll between you and him is unstoppable. And I'm loving the way that this Sixers team is playing. I love it. 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 So ultimately, James Harden, I apologize again. Again, I apologize. That shot at the end of regulation. Down 1. 3-point. Woo! Harden got my respect, bro. Harden got my respect. And this is what I wanted. I wanted Harden to shut me up. I wanted Harden to be like, you know what, bro? Y'all was talking crazy, saying that I'm not that guy no more, saying that I don't got it no more. Let me go ahead and show y'all who I am. And that's exactly what James freaking Harden did. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz. And with that being said, y'all, it is Real Talk with Miles Johnson, where I always keep it real. Out, y'all.